Thank you for joining us. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quinn Tran.
Creativity and imagination? Well, Chickasaw art educators want to nurture that in our children.
That's why the Chickasaw Nation celebrates the month of March, observing it as Youth Arts Month.
There are programs throughout the year that give Chickasaw children a chance to experience the arts. Young Chickasaws enjoy this Art After School program. It's held once a month and is an opportunity for students to explore a variety of art forms. The children enjoy the hands-on projects, allowing them to create a piece of artwork.
I like art because it's fun to do and I get to express myself in my art.
And I think it's important that we have opportunities for our youth to be creative. And many times they don't have the opportunities in a regular public school setting.
From creating artwork to making music, this is another program sponsored by the Chickasaw Nation that exposes young people to fine arts. It's Guitar School, and for the past couple of months, these students have been attending the program. They meet once a week for an hour at a time. Greg Griffin and Chickasaw musician Wayne Willis are the guitar instructors. Students learn all about the guitar, how to read music, how to play the instrument, and how to work together.
They're really, really supportive about everything. They really give great advice. I really think that if I was not in this school of guitar, that I probably would not learn.
There is no cost for Chickasaw students to participate in the guitar school. Here's something wonderful about the program. Students who complete the program earn a free guitar. The program for students ages 14 to 17 runs about 12 weeks long, and the group lesson wraps up with a concert at the McSwain Theater. These students will be performing together next month.
Spring break is getting underway for school children.
Families may want to consider exploring some of the great things that Oklahoma has to offer. Here's a wonderful new website that can help you plan a trip to visit Chickasaw destinations. ChickasawCountry.com. Visit the site to help map out things to do and places to see. Discover the heart of the nation, explore the countryside, canvass Chickasaw country, and even get dining and hotel reviews. Find places to stay and check for room availability. Chickasaw Country covers 13 counties that comprise the boundaries of the Chickasaw Nation. There are wonderful cultural and entertainment venues in that south central region of the state, which includes world-class venues like the Chickasaw Cultural Center. Chickasaw Governor Bill Anatubby says tourism is becoming an important part of Oklahoma's economy. He encourages people to discover the natural beauty, history, and hospitality of the state. 2 young Chickasaws are back home after making a performance of a lifetime.
It's not every day that you can say you've performed at Carnegie Hall. For the 2 high school juniors, it's now on their list of accomplishments.
I started playing bass when I was 10. I really liked the instrument because mainly of its size and the tone quality that came out of it. It's really fun to play. It's kind of a hassle to carry around and stuff, but you get used to it.
Dakota Solis was part of the special group of young musicians. The Chickasaw teenager was selected to be part of the 2012 American High School Honors Performance Series at Carnegie Hall.
It is a great honor to be able to be selected into that and be taken out to New York, and especially playing Carnegie Hall. My experience at Carnegie Hall was amazing.
Dakota, who is from Mustang, Oklahoma, was amazed at the number of talented students from all across the country.
They had us in groups, so I got to talk mainly with my group, and my group was mainly from like northern United States, and then one of the girls there was from California, but I also met a girl from Quebec, and she didn't speak much English, so I didn't get to talk to her very much. It's really interesting to see how everybody can be brought together by music. It's sort of like a universal language that people can use to communicate with each other in a way.
The students spent just a few days rehearsing music with the conductor and then performed a concert on stage at Carnegie Hall.
In the beginning part of the block, we have this really long, drawn-out note, and it's a really big chord, and it stops. And as soon as it stopped, you could hear people go, and it's really interesting to hear. Performing at Carnegie Hall was really amazing for me because I've never been able to play in any kind of building like that. And it was really big. The acoustics were really well because I got to sit in the audience before we performed, and I got to listen to the choir perform. And, you know, it just projects at you really well.
I can feel the spirit moving inside of me.
16-year-old Amber McClendon was part of the honors choir performing in the program.
We walked on stage and all you saw was gold arches and lights and all these people coming to see you. The Carnegie performance was the first time that I had actually gotten chills while singing in a choir. So that was very special to me. And it was also the first performance that I almost cried at the end of it because I realized, oh, this is over. What am I going to do now? But everyone was nervous and excited at the same time and couldn't wait to get on stage. It was so cool.
It was a life-changing experience for the Chickasaw teenager from Byng, Oklahoma. She says the trip broadened her horizons. She now has hopes to study music at Juilliard in New York City.
I think I'm a country girl at heart still, but I loved the city. I loved all the big buildings and all the cars and all the sounds. The sounds didn't bother me at all. In New York, walking the streets, it just made me want to sing. I can feel the spirit, oh yes, I feel the spirit. You put a whole bunch of talented singers together, you get this beautiful choir that just sounds like it's being lifted up from the heavens.
Amber and Dakota know the power of music and how it can impact lives.
Basically, music is just symbols on a paper, but when there's people that can read it, it becomes something completely different.
I want people to appreciate that they actually have a voice, whether you can sing or not. You can be who you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do, and even if you don't have a magnificent voice, still go out and sing, whether you can or not.
I love performing in front of people because, you know, once you hit that level of performance where you can affect other people emotionally, it's a really good feeling.
Both Dakota and Amber plan to go to college and major in music. Dakota wants to perform. You heard him talk about that. And Amber would like to make it to Broadway or teach. Amber shared that if that doesn't work out, here's something interesting, Brad. She says she'd like to open a cupcake bakery in New York. She said that's one thing that's missing in New York City is a good cupcake bakery.
Well, they're both very talented musicians and actually play multiple instruments. Dakota also plays piano and percussion, and Amber plays the trumpet and is active in theater arts.
Both will be seniors in high school next year, and both of them plan to audition again next year to make another performance at Carnegie Hall.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of CNTV.
Join us again soon.